Hey, fam.
Hey.
So, my question is, in season 4, the freezer scene, when you did your monologue, that was very impactful. And you touched on some of your insecurities and your feelings, deep feelings for Elle. So in season 5, do you think we will see something similar on Elle's part to you? Do you think that she wants you, and do you think that he needs to hear that?
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think he probably knows that she thinks all this because, you know, I think there's a reason why he says it is because I think he's been waiting to say it for a long time, and I think she's been waiting for him to say it for a long time. I do think it's an interesting thought, though, having that reciprocated. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know. I would hope. I think that's a really great question and thought, though.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Finn.
I relate to just like friends being the most important thing, like connection and human connection being the most important thing, and bonding, and yeah, I mean, you know, being a part of a group, you know, yeah, I think going on adventures with friends, stuff like that. I think I really relate to that, and like accepting friends for who they are.
Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, love you too. That was very casual, wasn't it?
Hi.
Hi.
My son Nolan's in the crowd here. He's a big fan.
Oh, cool, thank
We
you.
went to the first Stranger Things con.
Oh, cool, great.
I guess my question would be, what's like your favorite song?
Hi,
Hi.
it's Elena and Olaf again. I was just wondering, like, what would you want Mike's happy ending to be?
I would want him to leave Hawkins, I think. That would be, I think, a good way to sort of, I think it'd be a cool way to sort of tie it all up. But I don't know, I hope everyone just ends up being kind of happy. I'm sure it'll be bittersweet, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, me too. Hi.
Yesterday, Billy said to ask you what the third Duffer Brothers name is.
Ah.
So can you tell us that, like, the story behind it?
Yeah, so there is a third Duffer brother named Pete Duffer, he's been pulling the strings, actually. He's written all of Stranger Things, and he lives in a shed. The Duffer Brothers keep him there because they're afraid to let him out. And, yeah, me and Joe came up with this bit, basically, that, like, none of Stranger Things is, like, the Duffer Brothers are just the face of it, and that there's a third brother named Pete Duffer who has no hair, and that lives in it. He just lives in a dungeon and just here you go, guys, and like his hand sort of shakily gives it to them. They're like, oh great, thanks, go right to next season, and then they like slam the door on him. So that's Pete Duffer for you. Yeah. I wonder how many people in this audience are gonna like Google this afterwards and be like, wait, is this true? Hi.
And I wanted to ask, in the first 2 seasons, we see that Mike's mental health isn't that great. So I was wondering how you think that has developed in the past 2 seasons, where his POV has been a less of a focal point.
I think he's pretty, like, I think he just kind of cuts people off. Like, I think that's his way of sort of getting through, you know, being, like, I don't know, just, like, depressed or whatever, and just, like, seemingly that's why he's sort of, like, sometimes doesn't know when people are talking. That's why he's clueless, I think, a lot of times, because he's kind of, like, shutting himself off so that he can shut down. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a less, kind of, like, definitely, like, less personal journey with Mike in maybe the last season, but I think 5 people will be happy with his journey.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hi.
Hi.
That's going to go.
Yeah, I think they're, you know, for season 5, obviously they have to wrap a lot of stuff up. They have to, like, really, you know, end storylines with a respectful ending. And I think, like, the Duffer Brothers have taken a lot of time to sort of perfectly end that part with Will's storyline, and yeah, I mean that was a really tough scene. Obviously, because knowing like, you know, Mike is very like, he doesn't even understand what is going on, and so like I had to kind of play someone that was clueless, but like me knowing as a person like how hurt Will is, it was like very hard to kind of do that, because all I kind of wanted to do was be like just listen to him. It's very obvious what he's trying to say to you. And so I had to be like, what? Like I had to like very on purpose be like, I don't even get what he's talking about. Well, I'm just gonna look out the window. Here's, you know, years of childhood trauma that he's telling me, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, look at the desert outside, that's cool. And he's crying out the window. It's like, oh God, this is hard to do because, you know, you want to care. And Mike just like hasn't figured it out yet, but I'm sure he will.
Thank you.
Jeez, thank you. Thank you.
So, you're welcome. And what's it like to be filming the last season of Stranger Things?
I haven't really processed it yet. We haven't started yet. We start hopefully in August because of the writer's strike. But I don't know. I just want to really like approach it like it's any other season. But also, you know, I'm just really excited to like start working with everyone again because, you know, it's been part of my life for so long. I don't really know how, you know, the end is going to be. I don't know how emotional I'll be. I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. You too. See.
Hi, Finn.
Hi. Oh, that's a hard one. I have a lot of amazing memories. The first scene that we ever filmed for Stranger Things was the very first scene of the Dungeons and Dragons sequence. So it was all of us playing, because they wanted us to kind of start with a scene that kind of establishes our bond. I remember that being really fun and funny, and when we won a SAG award, that was like the craziest experience ever, because we really thought that we were just like this random show. Like, first season, like, no one knew what the show was, and we kind of made it, like, it was kind of our little own, like, secret thing, secret club. Like, there wasn't a lot of money put into it or anything. We just thought it was going to be like a cult thing that would come out, and then not a lot of people would watch it, and years later, I would be at a Comic-Con like this, you know, in a room full of, like, 14 people for, like, a little reunion. By the way, that's how much I projected into the future at that age, which is crazy. Yeah, when we won the SAG award, it was like the greatest feeling ever. It was like, oh my God, I saw some weird kids in the back, and they were giving an award, which is the coolest thing.
Thank you.
Jeez, thank you. Thank you.
So, you're welcome. And what's it like to be filming the last season of Stranger Things?
I haven't really processed it yet. We haven't started yet. We start hopefully in August because of the writer's strike. But I don't know. I just want to really like approach it like it's any other season. But also, you know, I'm just really excited to like start working with everyone again because, you know, it's been part of my life for so long. I don't really know how, you know, the end is going to be. I don't know how emotional I'll be. I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. You too. See.
Hi, Finn.
A lot of just as like I was more just thinking like, what will people remember from me? I don't know. I'd like to think that I was just a kind person. That I liked people and that I liked to make people laugh, and I liked movies, and I liked music, and that'll look good on that headstone. I think. Thank you.
Hello, Finn. Oh,
Hi.
crap, I just tripped. I'm Victoria. I just want to say thank you. I bet all of us are very thankful for you giving us the opportunity to meet you today. But my question is out of all your characters, which one do you relate to the most?
I think for me, the character that I relate to the most that I've played in the past, has probably been Richie from It, probably, and then also that movie, When You Finish Saving the World, like for like all the bad parts of me, because I play a sort of unlikable character in that film, and so it's fun to be an actor and to play, you know, complicated people that have different parts of you.
Thank you. I love you so
Thank
much.
you. Love you too.